Sydney.
Hi, I'm Zheru, and this is your weekly update with the Pitt News.
Jessica Craig, a sophomore English writing and microbiology major, has led the effort to bring Sigma Tau Delta, a National English Honorary Society, to Pitt's campus. The society was founded in 1924 at Dakota Wesleyan University and has over 850 chapters worldwide. According to Elisa Bashero-Bondar, the faculty sponsor for the society at the Greensburg campus, the society gives students the incentive to become more active. Craig will take the position of president, and she has plans to make the society a big part of the culture on campus.
Last Friday, Pitt juniors Joe Fagiato and Josh Shiskoski noticed a fire at their neighbor's house in South Oakland as they were leaving for the gym. The two reacted quickly to the situation and helped their elderly neighbors escape from the home before the fire department arrived. Pitt News writer Danielle Fox reported that Daryl Jones, Pittsburgh Bureau Fire Chief, believed that the start of the fire began from a space heater located near the couple's bedding.
Sonia Sotomayor, U.S. Supreme Court Justice and author, visited Carnegie Music Hall on Tuesday to talk about her memoir, My Beloved World, in an interview with Chancellor Nordenberg. Pitt News staff writer Rachel Landers reported that during the interview, Sotomayor attributed her success to her stubbornness and stressed her personal belief that to be a successful adult, you must have one adult who loves you unconditionally. Sotomayor's lecture was inspirational to both the Pittsburgh community as well as Pitt students.
The recent winter weather has the people of Oakland looking towards the university for assistance with the removal of snow on sidewalks. While Oakland residents feel that the university should lend a hand in the removal of snow and ice in the area, the university says that although it wants to help, it's the city's job to deal with city streets. Paul Superwitz, Pitt's Vice Chancellor of Community and Governmental Relations, says that the city needs to put this area on its back. Students and residents alike residing in the surrounding area should remember to shovel and maintain their sidewalks during the winter season.
Pitt is seeking to bolster the effectiveness of instruction in the natural sciences through a new program called the Discipline-Based Science Education Research Center. Pitt News staff writer Kathleen Fennell reports that Sanjaleka Singh, a professor of physics and astronomy, has worked over the last year with input from John Cooper, Dean of the Dietrich School of Arts and Sciences, and Provost Patricia Beeson to create the program. Nobel Prize laureate Carl Wyman from Stanford University provided the inaugural keynote address for the program at the University Club on January 30th. The program aims to encourage active and effective teaching practices based on cognitive research.
On Wednesday, Pitt Program Council announced that they will be hosting an evening with Heinz Ward on Wednesday, February 19th at 8:30 p.m. in the William Pitt Union Assembly Room. Tickets are now available free of charge for students in the William Pitt Union ticket office.
According to a study released earlier this month by economists at the University of California, Berkeley, and Harvard, those who grew up in the Pittsburgh area are among the most likely to succeed in the United States. Pittsburgh, with 9.5% of children moving from families in the bottom 20% to the top 20%, was the second most successful city in the United States, behind only Salt Lake City, in terms of economic mobility in the United States, with 10.8%. However, Pitt News staff writer Gideon Bradshaw reports that researchers stress in their report that their findings have not yet been peer-reviewed for publication in a journal.
At the end of 2012 fall semester, Graham Meyer and a group of students were held at gunpoint at the walkway to David Lawrence Hall. Meyer, now a student government board member, ran on an initiative to improve communication on campus between Pitt Police, City Police, and the counseling center if a student is a victim of a violent crime. The University Counseling Center, staffed by psychiatrists, psychologists, social workers, and trained graduate students, is located inside a wellness center in Nordenberg Hall.
Last Wednesday, the Student Government Board moved allocations requests to an online format. Pitt News staff writer Abby Raygard reports that Pitt students can now submit requests for money from the Allocations Committee online. The committee, along with the board, oversees the distribution of $2.6 million towards which each student pays $80 each semester.
And now we have some exciting news from the local Pittsburgh community. On January 14th, Councilwoman Natalia Rudiak proposed an ordinance that will eliminate the need for formal requests placed through the Freedom of Information Act and the Pennsylvania Right to Know law. Pitt News staff writer Rachel Landers reports that Pittsburgh's first open data ordinance is a regulation that introduces information about financial and operational data within city businesses, will impact students looking to invent apps.
Students walking through the Shenley Quad might have noticed something a little strange on Wednesday. From noon to 2:30, Free the Planet, a student-run environmental organization, hosted its annual waste audit. Members of Free the Planet donned hazmat suits and emptied bags of garbage, sorting through them and looking for anything that could be recycled. Sage Lincoln, the waste audit project organizer, tabulated the results. 34% of the trash was compostable, and 25% was made up of recyclable materials. And now, over to Jesse for sports. Jesse?
In the true definition of a backyard brawl, Pitt's wrestling team dominated the West Virginia Mountaineers 33-6 last Sunday. Then on Friday, the Panthers took down the Hokies of Virginia Tech in a close one, 19-14. Coach Jason Peters' men will tussle against Edinburgh on Valentine's Day. In women's tennis, the Panthers kicked off their season with a beautiful win against Morehead State as they sliced and diced their way to a 7-0 victory. 6 days later, first-year coach Alex Santos and his crew provided even more topspin as they took out Youngstown State, winning 5 of 7 matches to advance to 2-0. Next Saturday, they'll aim to stay unbeaten against local rival Robert Morris University. The swimmers and divers of the University of Pittsburgh went into fish mode last Sunday as they took 28 of 32 events in the Western Pennsylvania Invitational, which included Cal U, Carnegie Mellon, Clarion, Duquesne, and Grove City College. It was National Signing Day this past Wednesday. The future looking bright for Pitt football as Paul Christ got the signatures of 23 new students for the university. Headlined by stars like wide receiver Adonis Jennings and Mount Lebanon offensive lineman Alex Buxer, this recruiting class definitely shows some promise for the future. And finally, in men's basketball, Jamie Dixon's Panthers rebounded after a tough loss to Virginia by fighting for 2 close wins against ACC rivals Miami and Virginia Tech. The game against Miami went into overtime, but Pitt was able to close things out in Coral Gables, 59-55. Then Saturday came, and it seemed like the Panthers just loved to keep things interesting. With limited time left, James Robinson's three-point shot and the foul forced Virginia Tech to take things into overtime. But the Hokies went 0 for 13 from there as Pitt took this one in double OT, 62-57. At halftime, the university officially announced Patrick D. Gallagher as the next chancellor. Gallagher, currently the U.S. Deputy Secretary of Commerce and head of the National Institute of Standards and Technology, will assume the position from Mark Nordenberg on August 1st. From all of us here at the Pitt News, we congratulate Mr. Gallagher on his appointment and look forward to seeing what he'll bring to our university. For the whole crew and myself, I'm Jesse Irwin. We'll see you next week.